Okay, today we're going to be taking a look at my Ender 3. This is a first generation one, meaning this one cannot be hooked up to a touch probe or anything like that. It's got the noisy driver on the board, all that good stuff. And there's not a whole lot you can really do with this unless you start changing out the boards, and I might look into that in a future video, but these things are so cheap, it's kind of not worth doing. You can buy a new one for not much more where it's already got some of that stuff done to it. But one thing I've been needing to do is add a glass bed, sorry. And I finally got around to getting one the other day on Amazon, and it happened to come with the upgrade kit for the extruder. This is just the aluminum one, and this is only a couple dollars more than just buying a glass bed by itself. They've gone up a little bit in the past few months. So I'm like, well, might as well do this. This printer is stock right now, and all we're going to be doing is just changing out this top portion so we find some of the right parts. Trying to see which size bits we're going to need here. Okay. Hopefully you can be able to see this. First thing I'm going to do is take off this arm with the spring in it. That sets the tension. And the reason being is because I need to get the motor off, and the motor is attached underneath this. Then we'll need to remove this assembly that goes through the motor bracket itself. And there's not too much tension on that spring. It should come off fairly easily. Lift that right up. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect my Bowden tube. The Bowden tube on this is the only thing I've replaced so far. I actually did that last week. I've been having some issues, and I trimmed my last one down a little bit, which helped temporarily at least. Okay. Gonna take this bracket off. And this is a separate piece from the actual motor mount that's down here. If you can see it. So you won't need to remove your lead screw or anything like that. Go ahead and catch the motor. And then this set, I was given a new gear. This one looks a little worn. I had some nozzle in hot end issues where I'd gotten all clogged up from some ABS and some higher temp PLA that I didn't realize. So it was grinding a good bit at one point. But I'll go ahead and brush that off. Make sure it's all cleaned up. And just save this other one for a later date. Alright. Let's go ahead and open this bag. And since none of these parts are too old, I'll probably go ahead and reuse the original spring and all that for right now. Just because that way I'll have a brand new extra one ready to go, since these are more than fine still. And put the motor back on. Now, I didn't have the need to do this right now. Like I said, I just happen to have the parts and figure, well, shoot, might as well go ahead and do it. But if you end up breaking your plastic arm, wherever mine went, this piece, which does happen, you're going to want to obviously just go ahead and upgrade to an aluminum one like this. Snug all these down. Okay. Now, I think the ones for this are going to be a hair bit different. I'm thinking they give you a little bit bigger one to use. This unfortunately didn't come with any instructions. And that's one reason I'm trying to just keep everything the same. Can do one step at a time instead of just tearing everything right apart. Okay. That'll go back here. Now notice on here, your screw slot's much smaller than this one. This is going to be a good bit bigger screw here. Let's see which one they give us. Alright, we must have to use the washer on this. Now the washer goes on the bearing. I'm not sure which one you're actually supposed to use on this, because the screw that they give you that's the exact same as the old one just slips right through it. And they only give you the one washer. They give you this little bushing to go between, apparently. Yep. I guess that's to make it universal to fit maybe on like one of the CR series or one of the newer style enders that, that might use different size hardware. Anyway. Actually, it might be just keep it spinning freely so you can tighten it up better. I'm not sure. But we figured it out at least. Another thing on here, they don't have a spot. On the original one, there's a little piece sticking out on both ends where your spring will slot in. This does not have that. So what holds your spring in? Okay, we'll come back to that in a second. Go ahead and put back in our part to attach the Bowden tube. And we'll see. This is threaded. So So perhaps we're just supposed to use, because they do give you a few extra of these screws that match the ones for the motor mounts. So I'm just wondering if we're supposed to use that to... Looks like it'll suffice. Seems a bit cheesy, but I guess it works. What the heck? This one doesn't go all the way through, so I guess I'll just tighten this up to where it stops at. Okay. Thought those was gonna be kind of a little bit more dummy proof. If not, I would have gone and looked it up. Okay. That actually feels solid. Well, as dumb as this is with the screws, that's the only actually issue I have. Other than that, it feels much more solid than the original plastic one. So, well, I think that's it. All we got to do now is just run our filament back through it, and that's it. Cool. Well, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, be sure to let me know. Thank you.